Good morning, this is Wayne Belisle Tessie with another smart profit maximizing moment. I made a mistake, got a treat for her. So we're going to put her down and let her do that. Today we're going to talk about making sure your advertising works for you as opposed to the person selling you the advertising. Before we do that, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Wayne Belisle. I'm the founder of a local CPA firm in El Paso, Texas. Been doing this. August is our 28th anniversary month. Started in 1991, long time ago. Actually started working at a CPA firm back in the late 70s. Been working with small business owners the whole time. Our firm does pretty much everything a small firm would do, but we focus on three things. First, helping you make more money. All right, it's part of the reason for these videos every morning. So make sure you find them. Be happy to get into our private Facebook group. That's where I'll be answering questions and doing things like that. Also, I've created the smart profit maximizing system and the 21 steps to finding the gold hiding in your business right now. Both of those we'll be doing courses on. Just keep your eyes open. Second thing we're heading right into, which is tax planning season. Over the last 3 years alone, we've saved our clients over $4.3 million, all legal. I love my clients, but I'm not going to jail with them. Okay, getting ready to do that. So, a question you have to ask yourself: when was the last time that your tax preparer, your tax pro, gave you a proactive piece of tax advice? Not just buy equipment at the end of the year, but something that was really unique and creative and legal. And the third thing we do is tax returns. Corporate deadline is September 15th, coming very, very fast. If you haven't filed your 2018 tax return for your corporations, get them done. The individual deadline is October 15th. Don't wait till the last minute. Trust me, that's one way to get your tax professional to hate you. All right, so let's talk about making sure that your advertising is working for you. Advertising can really take on a life of its own, all right? Especially if there's no system in place to control it. By neglecting your advertising, you can get undesired results. Your goal when managing your advertising is to ensure that you are in control of what you're sending out as a message and to make sure you're getting what you paid for. When it comes to promoting a brand, it's imperative that any advertising be done consistently. So when purchasing advertising, here are the things I ask my clients to consider. Are you advertising in the right medium? In other words, make sure the ads will reach the customers you desire. Now we're going fast here, but each one of these things is a long topic that takes some time. Okay. Second thing I say is get a 6-month to 1 year contract. You can usually, first of all, negotiate better rates, and it forces you to do the advertising consistently. One of the biggest mistakes made by small business owners is giving up way too early. All right. It takes patience and consistency to pay off. Got a client, BK Medical, who would hit the Monday morning newspaper starting in 2005 up to about 5 years ago. Okay, every week. Plus, they did some TV ads every week. We stopped doing the ads about 5 years ago, and I'll talk to you about why in a minute. And no effect whatsoever. So advertising changed. You got to make sure it worked for you. But what did happen is people were still bringing in one of their competitors jumped in and grabbed their spot. People were still bringing in the paper to show them, hey, I saw your ad. Well, we hadn't been in the ad for 2 years. Okay. Now, argument could be, well, the ad was working. Why'd you stop? Well, it really wasn't enough. It wasn't bringing. We were tracking our ads, so it wasn't bringing in enough customers to offset the cost, and we wanted to reuse the money in a better way because we didn't think we had the correct median. But again, we ran it consistently for like a 10-year period, and it did set the brand in place. So third thing, make sure you have control over the message. Work with the advertiser and make sure the quality of the ad is high and that it's a good representation of your company. The message needs to match your goals and the marketing plan you've set in order to work for your company. Don't just settle. You're paying for this ad and you need to be satisfied that it will work. What, am I ignoring you? Hey. Tessie's over here. All right, come here. Hey, I'm ignoring her and she's getting mad. She's chewing on my pants, so we'll hold her for a little while. All right, so you need to make sure that the ad works for you. You can outsource all kinds of things. You can outsource everything, but you can't outsource the marketing plan, your goals, and you definitely can't outsource the ideas, because you know your product better than anybody else. You know your customers better than anybody else. Finally, if you have a small budget or a small staff, start with only one advertising tool. Choose the one that you think will be most likely to reach your target market. It is better to do one thing right than to do 5 things badly. Okay, pack down. She was 4 months old last week, so she's starting to get really frisky. And she's a cute puppy, though. Everybody loves her. She's a people person. Finally, getting back to our topic, don't invest in any advertising unless you can measure the results. Big companies can waste money doing image advertising. I was at Magnolia Coca-Cola, had a $3-4 million budget back in the 80s. All right, so we wait, plus never mind everything that Coke USA was doing. So they can afford to do what I call mud on the wall advertising. Just throw a bunch of dollars against the wall and hope something sticks. And on top of that, just keep peppering people. You're a small business owner, you can't do that, all right? So you have to be able to see a direct relationship between the ad and the sale. If not, change something and try again. This is what we did at BK. We tracked every new customer or every new prospect coming in. How do we do that? Simple. Ask them. I do it. So where'd you find me? Who referred you, or how'd you get here? You're going to see referrals should be pretty high if you have a referral program in place. I need to reiterate that again. All right. Your advertising should work. Word of mouth, which I call referral. Particular ads. So you want to see what's working, what's not. Another thing to do with your advertising is put a coupon that is specific to that ad. So in other words, 10% off. You can use the same coupon, you just have a little code in the bottom that tells you this came from the paper ad, this came from a Google ad, this came to on and on and on. All right. So this came from one we mailed. This came from our newsletter. A lot of things you can do even if you have a low budget, but you can't waste your dollars. So you have to be able to track. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau and Tessie, who is now chewing the box, saying let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much. Have a great day.